welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. This week, Master Drilling to launch new technology. Southern Palace is accelerating mining technology development in South Africa, and Sibanye-Stillwater commits to take safety to the next level. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer tells us more. Welcome, Martin.
Hi, Sashni.
Now, Master Drilling is piquing interest overseas, and they are launching new technology in Italy.
You know, this is an incredible company because it was established 32 years ago in a rural area, Fochville, to supply mining with technology. And it's really lifted its game. It's gone on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange more recently, but in going into this technology, it is starting to be disruptive. And we don't want to say Elon Musk-like, but of course Elon Musk was also from South Africa. They're using very conservative approaches and low-cost approaches, using existing technology, but putting it together in a very clever fashion. So what they do is, you know, they almost get a mandate from the market. The market says, we want a product that has this and this and this. Then they go out and supply that. And now you can see 32 executives from mining jurisdictions around the world are prepared to go to Italy for 2 days now to see, have they actually achieved this mandate? And it looks like they really have in the, you know, this mobile borer. It's a non-blast borer. And non-blast is a great 2 words for South Africa, because we know that the system that they use in South Africa, the drill and blast, can have serious safety repercussions, and it does unsettle the seismics of the underground environment. Now, not that this particular product that they're going to launch in Italy and put through its paces in mid-September is going to be fit for deep, dark and dangerous purpose. You know, those different systems that they use under there, the tract system, and that, it's just not going to fit into that. But as mines become more modern, you know, you're going to have access to more modern equipment that can do things differently. They're not only talking about the horizontal drilling, but also declines of 12 degrees, which the market has demanded, and the ability to spin in a small radius and make sure that the people don't have to be protected in these certain areas. But they also now want to sink shafts far quicker, and that will come with a little bit more time. By the early next year, they should have the first part of that machine done. It's a situation where if you can sink these shafts far quicker to, say, 1.5 kilometers at quite a wide diameter, it changes the whole financing arrangements of projects. And projects that might have been put on hold or shelved suddenly can come back, and they can say, well, no, we can now do this. It's economically feasible. So incredible attitude also to, you know, modern technology, wanting to come through with automotive, autonomous control, remote control, and all coming really through the remote town of Fochville, which has been very interesting from a South African point of view.
Now, moving on to Southern Palace, the company is forging ahead with technology development.
Now, this was a tremendous breakthrough that has been happening behind the scenes. You know, you've got Southern Palace, right? When you watch the rugby and the Lions are playing, you see Southern Palace pitch up. It's a black-controlled company that's making its mark in this area. And all of a sudden now you see that they're using that generic factory, which, you know, I used to go down to Wadeville so often to Generic. It was one of the iconic factories out there. But with the dip in our manufacturing, you know, that whole of Wadeville has started to decline. Hopefully this will kick off a new era for that Generic factory, where they're now looking to produce, you know, all sorts of upgraded, modernized equipment, this time for the deep, dark and dangerous environment and tracked environment, where they're adapting you know, low-profile equipment that is remotely controlled into the mining environment. And you know, the key figure there is Dr. Donnie Berger with CMTI, and that services group also forms part of Southern Palace, which has acquired that. So some very interesting acquisitions being going on to make sure that we can modernize our mining, and we see that, you know, Sibanye Gold is a partner in all this. We did notice that they were very keen on coming in with modernized equipment in this difficult environment in which they work with, which is very low profile, and beavering away in the background now, you know, is this company which looks like being able to deliver what is needed.
And lastly, Sibanye-Stillwater is emphasizing safety and is progressing safe technology.
Yeah, so we can see Sibanye-Stillwater, a partner down in this generic involvement with CMTI and Dr. Donnie Berger. And we also see they totally committed to safety. And what does all this technology bring that we've been talking about, both with the master drilling side and with the CMTI and Southern Palace? The first thing it brings is safety. And one can see that these companies are traumatized by fatalities. They want that to end. They want that era of underground mining killing people to be brought to an end. And Sibanye Gold's Neil Fruneman spent a lot of time at the last presentation of results, recommitting his company vigorously and determinedly to safety. And of course, behind the scenes, you're getting this modernization of equipment coming up and remote control, which can take people out of the vulnerable areas, out of the danger areas. So going with safety, hand in hand with safety, is modernization of equipment. And we can see that Sibanye Gold is determined to get this safe mining operation, but it's also making sure it's getting equipment ready, partnering with equipment that can actually ensure some sort of remote control and taking people out of the dangerous areas, so you don't have too much shaking up of the environment and you don't have people being really injured in the way we have seen them and dying in many instances.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on South Africa's mining industry.